Hey guys, Churchy here. Today I want to share some of my initial thoughts and impressions about Anthem. I've been playing the game a little bit here and there, one mission at a time sort of thing. There are some aspects of Anthem that I really enjoy, and then other parts I think that negatively impact the game and cause a lot of frustration. I'll start by talking about the things I really enjoyed and that I think BioWare have nailed. First up, the soundtrack is amazing. I love the blend of different instruments, their subtle uses in places, the production techniques and overall sound design. Phenomenal soundtrack. The javelins. The javelins are brilliant. The way they look, the way they sound, the animations, the way they move and how mobile they are. The sense of weight and presence you feel when piloting a javelin and their subtle interactions with the world. The javelin powers and the gunplay are also both fairly good, and these combine with the javelin to create a very solid core gameplay experience. It's a lot of fun. But this is where I start to feel other aspects of Anthem detract from and negatively influence that core gameplay experience. The ridiculous number of loading screens caused by the game's segmented nature quickly becomes annoying. Going back and forth from Fort Tarsus, the social hub, the Forge, and the open world is tedious. The need to go into the Forge, an entirely different instance, just to change gear, also quickly becomes annoying, as does the lack of an adequate stats page to see how gear is influencing your character overall. But for me, the most jarring and the most annoying aspect of Anthem is the contrast between being out in the open world inside your javelin and being on foot inside Fort Tarsus. The difference in movement and mobility is baffling, and even with the sprint key held down, you feel like you're moving at a crawl inside Fort Tarsus. The different camera perspective doesn't help either. Fort Tarsus is used as an instance for main story progression and various conversations with characters. Many of the conversations I've experienced so far have had non-consequential choices, and while yes, there are some interesting lore tidbits around the place, the area and its design as a whole feels slow and unwieldy, and it detracts from the fluidity and motion of the open world experience. The missions I've done in Anthem so far follow a very go here, kill this, defend this, destroy this type of structure. They fit the open world and almost feel like standard MMO quests. Everything I've mentioned is where I think Anthem has gone wrong, and leads me to talk about how I think it could be improved. I honestly think Anthem would function better if it was all contained within the open world, even if that meant the quest givers were more like MMO NPCs. Considering the nature of the majority of the missions and the overall limited story consequences and choices, or at least from what I've experienced so far, I think they may as well be. If there was no segmentation, then there would be far less loading screens and a much smoother gameplay experience. No movement and mobility difference. This is a big one for me. Shifting everything into the open world and potentially keeping players inside their javelin would remove the jarring effect of going back and forth from being a mobile badass and a simple snail. And it would let Anthem retain a lot more gameplay fluidity. Being inside your javelin and tearing around fighting and flying is the most fun part of Anthem, so why not capitalize and focus on that? I think it's a shame that the overall design of Anthem takes away so much of the fun the core gameplay offers, and I hope they find ways to improve the game. But for now, I'm going to uninstall it and maybe revisit it at a later date. Anyway, these are just my thoughts about Anthem. Feel free to let me know what you think about Anthem down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.